Hampus dropped out of the round. Nikados has found him, and that's given a route here to get this bomb in. Dropped out in the open. I've also got Hugo with me. Gonna let him chime in just a moment, as things have kind of grinded to a bit of a halt here, Hugo.
Any night shifters? Anyone up this evening? It seems like Fnatic are. They might be down, though, as they have to back all the way out. Harry Plopsky spam through the smoke and has dropped the bomb. Nikados remains in the temple as Fnatic go for the full reset. He picks off Rez. This is going to get spicy. NIP have still dedicated their entire force to this bomb site and now have finally cleared it out. But is it going to be early enough for Fnatic to get into this B site? Brolin is already milling over with those dual Berettas.
Yeah, Brolin's going to start to hear these footsteps now. And, oh, dead right away at long. Fasher takes his head off and even takes it one step further than that. Now armed with the dual Berettas as well. It's going to be left on a Plopsky. 1v2 as he sneaks up through CT. Now they know about him, and that info gonna leave him in a bit of a bad way. He still doesn't know where this second man is. That's the worry, and there's the swing. Roy's gonna seal the deal, and so it's a convincing opener there as Fnatic, they might have got a man down early from the deep main swing out of Hampus, but they managed to right their wrongs. They managed to regain control of that, and it all culminates in a B play, despite that not really looking at all like the original intention of the round.
No, it's cool to see Messi as the in-game leader of Fnatic, right? We've had a bit of a taste of what's to come from the RMR. To, pretty clean sweep. But this is going to be the true test, right? Pro League up against Tier 1 teams in a very difficult group where Fnatic are not favorites to get out of it, but I could say they certainly have that upset potential. Fast out A yet again, Fnatic run it back. Do they clear the back, though? Because no, Rez has shot one in the back of the head. Oh, it's a messy spam. Fasher is saving the round right now on this entry work. Triple kill in the bomb site, and even though he's down to red health, he's still standing tall. Forget the plant for Fnatic in the rush, waiting for the reaction, and here it comes. One by one, NIP will fall, and it's suddenly all Plopsky stuck behind CT. Fasher's gone to check the flank, and Fnatic are in no hurry. I love this. They can even let him clear mid and get to Donut if they want to be patient. Question is, does Plopsky have that patience, or will he be the one pushing back through? He started to check his flank, go look towards the temple aggression. But it seems like Fasher will likely just go to Donut in this position. He's taken so long on this flank round, and Fnatic are giving him all the room to work with it.
Yeah, over time, they're starting to piece together where Plopsky is. And I mean, now you don't even need to collect all the little clues, do you? He's left a real hint there with the dig shots ringing out past them. He's done a lot of damage, but Plopsky going to be hard-pressed to convert this to anything meaningful, right? With a smoke in his face and that bomb already ticking away. He would need a miracle here with the Plopster. And Crim's playing, up close, will feed the Deagle with one. Now that's the two low-health players left up in the 2 versus 1. This could still get weird. You don't want to write Plopsky off just yet. He's going to tap on the bomb, try to bait out a peek. Now, at this point, he doesn't have the time, but if he can do a little bit more damage, hell, that's all well and good.
They're going to die with the bomb.
Hey, there it is. Perfect. But a smoke spam going to go a long way. And even though Fasher gets out of there, he will still fall to the bomb. So it's a round where, you end up losing it. But out of all the ways to lose, your opponent's losing a little as well. You stay winning.
Yeah, that's the best way to lose a round for sure. You get out with an AK, you kill 5 players, it poises NIP nicely for a full buy in the next round to try and break this cache early. Fnatic already, some very quick bursts out through A. I think that's the benefit of coming in to a game like this where you're underdogs, but you get the first map pick.
Finally, nice Crims is like, I'll deal with him. I know how this kid plays. We got Brolin, he's gone. And so, not as interesting now, but with Plopsky still floating around on this AK, just maybe there's a route back in.
Oh, he just missed that.
There's the swing from Cave, and that's the rifle now gone. They try to pick it up. They try to, get their hands back on it, but Nikados is... Ooh, that was nearly the block of a lifetime out of Roy there, man.
Yeah.
Ooh, Roy, come on now. Come on now, don't do your teammates like that.
AK's come out though. Fnatic get out of there clean.
What I was going to say,
fans
I am a Fasher fan, man. Yeah. Like, because back in Ecstatic, he was like such a such a pivotal piece of that like whole squad, right? He would be someone who could just crack open rounds with, like the amount of times I would see them play, you know, like Vertigo, Inferno, those kind of maps, and he would just get like the 2 kills towards the B site that win you the round single-handedly. He's crazy, and you know, some of the openers he's able to find. When you couple that in with the fact that you've got Roy alongside him, someone else who loves getting involved early, there's a lot of scariness from this Fnatic squad in the early round.
Yeah, I mean, it's what Mezzi talked about in that little pre-match interview. A lot of firepower on Fnatic, and there's no one here to doubt that. The question is, has the preparation of NIP, a longer-term roster here, as Heku was speaking about, got what it takes to steal this game back? They are favourites after all. This is their first buy. The damage done on that eco round now needs to be capitalised upon. Mid getting taken very late in the round for Fnatic. Bomb is resetting a B as well, so this is all a bit of a fake out. With Fasher in main, question is, does he go or does he wait? 60 seconds on the clock. Cave yet to be taken, and I like this boost up as well. You can pivot off of the top of it to check both ramp and on this off angle on Cave. Almost impossible to clear. Look at Brolin checking everything, but he's been mollied. It's perfect utility, and he gets pushed out from below. Mezzi spams him. That's excellent for Fnatic. Even a gun upgrade going into this site hit, and Fasher has cleared out the flank.
And yet, Fnatic is still fairly committed to this B play. It's getting real rough now. Okay, Fasher, you better be ready to do something incredible, because that's what Fnatic need here. This flank needs to do everything, and it's being held, it's being considered. Fasher dead after one, gonna leave it all onto Nikados, who is caught on a bit of an island there, back at the site, just waiting for his teammate's flank to come in. And get hung up on the idea of trading the guys who have gotten deep out through short, and then at that point, you're committed. I say short, you know what I mean, Cave? Like, you know, trying to push out of the site, you kind of get like bogged down, traded, and Fasher then lets you know, don't worry guys, I'm flanking, I can still help. Like, you know, you try to make something out of it, but in the end, that does end up being NIP's first on the board.
And look at the result of that damage that we already talked about, Harry. Fnatic is straight to pistols after losing 1 round on this T side, so it's not the end of the world. They've got some util, they've got some deagles. Oh, no! No way! That wasn't based on anything. There's no traces there. Crims just shoots him through a smoke, and Fasher's followed up. It's only pistols, but it's causing a problem. Rez, stuck alone in Donut, needs to go nuts, and instead he's dead, as well as his teammates in middle. This is getting out of hand very quickly. More damage done. Brolin's on the quick flank. They cancel the plant. Maybe there's still hope.
Oh, Plopsky holding on, but is one tap through the red flank. It's a 1v1 now, and Brolin at 3 points of health has got to be the man to get this over the line for NIP. Otherwise, the Pistols walk away with a round that never should have belonged to Fnatic. Oh, he's got himself a bit of time here. Bomb going down. Flanks coming in through CT, and right now Roy's got no idea where Brolin could have got to in all this time. However, eventually Brolin will have to tap that bomb to force a peek out of main. Roy's holding a slightly wider angle for a temple swing. He's gonna have the drop on Brolin, and so the 1v1 goes his way to close that out. Deagles, P250s, that's what it takes for Fnatic to come up.
Tags wondering what the hell went on. Yeah. Just full confusion there. Nice openers for Fnatic. And even though NIP, you know, try and get a stranglehold on that round with the A crossfire through CT and Donut, it's not going to be enough to win that round. Hype's coming through, rounds flying by for Fnatic, and now the pistols flip to NIP, who have to fire back through this smoke in response. Nice pick for Nikados. First AWP of the game. Roy is getting pushed, and they can hear the molly burn. He might get caught off. Just dodges the flashbang though, and they're looking the wrong way. Crims helps out, and Roy cleans up. Fnatic are onto a 5-1.
Yeah, dude, I like the moment Nikados has that AWP ball out, he knows he's not up against anything in that round, so it's kind of like risky, you know, even pulling the AWP in a sense, but he goes and seeks his fortune over towards Cave, right? He tries to get stuck in from the get-go versus a low buy, and he just nails the shot to, like, very, very quickly tip the scales in favor of Fnatic. I can imagine for Mezzi, one thing that's lovely about leading this team is the moment you have any sort of, like, proactive play in mind and you try to say, like, okay, let's fight for this, you've got a whole, like, militia of guys who are willing to go in first, right, and lead the way.
Ooh.
And there's Nikodos doing it again.
Malicious.
Deja vu. Look at him go up through cave and even landing the tag onto S-tag. My goodness, he's now low on that AWP.
Just look at the space.
It's crazy, isn't it? Like a hot knife through butter. Nikodos slicing this B site in two, and it's clinical. A second kill now found. This is one guy putting all the pressure on, and Fasha's even going to cut down this A main push. Goodbye, NIP. This round scuffed. This round should be done, and Fasha's looking to make it so.
Yeah, I mean, Nikodos, he's gone a bit crazy in these last couple of rounds of the AWP pick. You shouldn't be getting those frags off of spawn into cave with an AWP, but he's making it look easy. Spam kill, even to find S-tag, and inside of the smoke, Hampus doesn't know where the hell to look. Creeping through, finding that reload, but he gets shot in the back. Good cover from the in-game leader, and Fnatic are feeling fancy right now. 6-1 on the T side of Ancient. Yeah, okay, sure, Ancient got changed a bit, didn't it? It's a little more T-sided, there are more options, but at the same time, Harry, this is still a devastating start to this series as NIP have come in as favorites. I can't say I'm surprised to see Fnatic time for NIP, but they've got to brush it under the rug, Harry, and go next. Look at this. A bit of luck in the third, but that one's all skill. Double AWP now. Rez, he got a taste of it.
Yeah, mate, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. You end up having a little, you know, you get your hands on one that you weren't really supposed to have, and you go, damn, that actually felt really nice. Yeah. The AWP's easy.
This gun's easy.
The gun that just kills in one hit. That's broken.
Oh, right. He's got a gap there. This spam has been made a little, you know, worse or harder to get damage off.
Go on. There we go.
Pick.
Easy for Nikodos, man. Doesn't even, you know, those angles don't even phase him. Those kind of fights, he loves them. Even getting flashed off. Oh, you think the flash is going to get you out? It will, actually. Yeah. Nikodos is a very respectful guy.
Very safe. This is a great map to just chill out in 5-on-4s and you know, NIP just desperately want info, whether that be you're spotting through mid or re-aggressing in the B lane through cave or ramp. They want something. And look at the gamble they have to make in this 4-on-5. They've up and left the A side. They're swapping players, but in rotation, they're going to get caught by the worst possible timing. That could not have gone worse for NIP. As they shuffle players out of the bomb site, they might have to shuffle everyone back to spawn and just save these guns. A 3-on-5 that I see no way back into retake. Cue the Jaws music.
Hunting them down here with the AWP. It comes with its own set of risks,
so
but that's a quick flick on a short, isn't it? It does mean they're going to get out with this double AWP setup. For now. Well, I say they will. It's if they stay alive, you guys. It's a big if. That if was any larger,
yeah,
it would be bigger than Malta, I reckon.
Not hard. Nice small little island, and Plopsky's found himself one as well.
Does he hit this, Hugo?
Oh yeah,
Looking at your crystal balls.
Don't stop the plot, but Rez will drop, and Plopsky survives one fight. That should be enough, but there's a mid player climbing up. He's going to get split in the last second. He's dead. Oh, the smoke swap. Beautiful work.
Hang on.
And he gets out.
Hang on, as if he just done that to him.
That's, yeah, trickery.
It's all smoke and mirrors over in cave, isn't it, man? Suddenly, he's disappeared.
Dude, that's just so unlucky. The time. Dude, it's a bully. It's a bully game.
No, but I'm really glad that this is how things are looking out of the gate for Fnatic. If I'm being real, because you know, like for the longest time, the team had just dropped off the face of a cliff. They weren't really giving us any results. For such a legendary organization, it always felt bad that that's like what had happened to it. Then they come out and they say like, don't worry, we're going to be like reevaluating our CSE sports side of things. We're gonna make it better. And I was thinking, like, is that a real promise though, or don't they? Because I'm pretty sure that was like around the same time they had Banjo and Pepsor.
I was going to say exactly that. Go back a season of Pro League, right? This, you know, there was definitely some eyes being rolled at, you know, the questions of.
It was dire, but now I think they've put together a very convincing team. They've got some of the best pieces left around from Copenhagen Flames. They brought Fasher in, right? Another big talent, and then you have Mezzi, someone who finds consistency, kind of no matter what you task him with. It feels like so. It's very, very cool. Obviously, all rounded out by Crims as the tenured veteran of the team.
Got to have one.
But this time, Fnatic dealt something different out of the gate. They've got a man down. They're the ones, 4v5, having to try and pick up the pieces. So let's see if they can. Will NIP finally put a little bit more their way?
And hey, NIP brought 4 players for a moment to this A bomb side, but Fnatic have gone quiet, so they're going to shuffle back into a more standard round. Even so, they still have mid-info from Hampus. He's got that cross locked off, so they know they can't be flanked through the red room. This is awkward for Fnatic. They might just have to run smokes for an execute here. Probably their only option. Mezzi's going to get left with a bounty of utility. And then Fnatic will just burst out into A, but this is going to be a very difficult double setup with Rez and Esatag ready to fire. Rez can duck behind the box. Esatag can slip back into the donut. Is it jam or is it custard? Let's find out as Fnatic cut the mustard.
Yeah, this is a really nice kind of layered peak though, right? It comes in stages here first. Out through Donut, and then the default man was meant to help out, but he was bested right away. Now it's opened up a route in, but that is the bomb getting away from them now. Mezzi gonna have to try and do it all alone in this clutch. He's caught from CT crossing. Didn't really have that golden opportunity yet for Mezzi to shine in those investment around those saved AWPs. NIP managed to deliver with it.
That was a 2-for-1 really for Fnatic in the sense of they wanted either an aggressive reaction out of NIP, right? Players walking into Roy and Nikados waiting at B, or they wanted an empty B bomb site that they could just exec in and walk into in the really late round. But because they didn't get any picks at A, and Hampus had that info that this is just a fake, this is just one guy peeking with utility, especially when you see it's Fash, you know it's a bit of alert going on. Yeah, NIP don't fall for it. They re-smoke cave, and Fnatic just had to run right back into Donut. They can't really get it going. And so NIP just getting some scraps at the end of the half. Fighting for 5, fighting to survive in Fnatic's map pick in this series. Overpass is NIP's pick, and we'll end on Nuke if we need it. Fast down mid yet again. They just keep smoking these mollies. NIP have never fought for middle properly, like with push players down. They're fine sitting behind the smoke. And with that spam coming through, connecting to Hampus, Crims can go on a reload. Oh my goodness, out of ammo, and could not have been better for Crims. This is what I mean when I say cheeky little rounds on the T side for Fnatic. They just plan the entire round around Crims getting into red and catching a spamming player. NIP have been doing it all half long, and Hampus is having a roughy 3 and 15. Crims, he's back for more. He can just sit back in the red room and wait for his team to run an exec on B. Once they have, he can flank, kill rotations. Orb has to be pushed off the angle here, and that's bought a bit of time at least for NIP.
And some things never change. This Nikados AWP has once again opened the round up. Why stop at just one though? Nikados wants the whole damn thing! Oh, B belongs to him! And that's 3 from this Orb to take it over the line. Rez locked out of the round and relegated to a tiny little position here in CT. The scary part is like, even in B-take rounds, Fash has been lurking out A. So right now, he's like, where can I even go? Crims was in red, they come through A, they're in B, and that's the round. 11 of 4 for Fnatic, a great... Mezzi being that second wing to it, now starting to aggro through middle, has given over a kill, but Roy...
Didn't even get it.
Little Berettas, man, they're just funny. They're just funny guns. Yeah. He bought the funny guns, guys. Everyone send him a smiley face. S-tag, 1v3, come on now. Dual Berettas up in top mid, will they win or will it be the Glock? The Glock being free, the Dual Berettas, you have to subscribe to and purchase.
They're going to run at him. Oh, he's got one, and almost a second spamming, but could not quite find that headshot. It's going to be 12.
Yeah, this one, you're happy with a bomb plant. If you can get a bomb plant here, there you go.
Nice.
Sick. Guys, it was all worth it in the end. And here they are, just getting mowed down, just getting absolutely annihilated. But that's how it goes, Hugo. You know, these are the best rounds for a reason.
Stat padders love them. And there's plenty of those in the Pro League. 13-4, and hey, we talked about having, you know, a pocket pick, a little strategy up your sleeve to almost guarantee a round at times. Well, NIP need to pull that out right now.
So I just started thinking about, you know, because obviously, right, Henry Greer's back, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! It's very sick, but it does bring back the age-old problem, Hugo, of everyone thinking you and Henry are the same person. So the solution, I'm just going to let you all in on a little secret. The solution we came up with for when we play games together is every single time one of them speaks, they open with it with, "Hi guys, Hugo here," or "Hi guys, Henry here."
That's a good point.
So there you go, Hugo. Maybe if you did that, just to make sure the branding really lands.
Hi guys, Hugo here. This game's pretty one-sided, Harry. What do you make of it?
Yeah, it is starting to feel that way, right? If NIP do not hit the ground running with this first rifle round, it will all be over for them in the blink of an eye. And they'll have to pick it up on their map pick coming through the pipeline next on Overpass.
Hi guys, Hugo here. And I gotta agree with that. Smoke comes out from Cave, and I think this joke has already reached its natural conclusion. Hugo out.
Sorry, right. So look, here we are. There's a double cave hold, Hugo. Just two dudes in a cave having a good time. Now, can they hold back? What's about to come their way? That's the big question. They've been mollied out, they've given it up. And now they drop that smoke. That's kind of lovely. That's going to force a bit of respect here out of NIP. You can't make it through that choke point if there's a smoke in the way. You will just die. That's pretty much guaranteed. Still, Brolin looks like he wants to chance it. I've attempted to warn the guy. Crims swinging out from long, has given a kill over. But his teammates hold on. This double cave setup will not let NIP through. The gates are closed, and Fnatic are heading towards that golden number of 14, and they're going to break their opponent's money in doing.
Even the money to do anything. No bomb plant, no damage. No reason to invest other than the scoreline. And it might be a pretty sour start to the season for NIP, who, again, remember, inside of this group, 3 teams make it through. You know, the lock-in seems like Na'Vi, Vitality are certainly in a talking, and I think NIP as well are that third team, you know, up against Vitality, fighting for that second and third spot. But if there were any team to come through out of Spirit, Endpoint, and Fnatic to steal a spot, you know, it does feel like Fnatic would be that roster. And so this matchup alone is massive if Fnatic can take it. When we get late in the group at the end of the week, you know, the value of having won this head-to-head could have huge, devastating results for NIP. Obviously, we're only on map 1, but it's just something to think about for the future. The games don't matter until they do. Nico Dawes has picked you out of the sky.
Stop doing the boost. It's so like they're so ready for it. When they go in pre-aim cave, they're not even aiming at the ground, man. They're shooting at the stars and aim for the stars. Look at this, man. They are going there right now. 15 for Fnatic. 15 to the 4 of NIP.
Yeah, that's a big difference, Harry. Numerically, it's lopsided.
Objectively, it is a large difference.
Top heavy. And you don't want to say go next, but go next?
It is starting to look that way. And, you know, eventually we do have to go next regardless. That will end at some point. It just might end very, very quickly.
What a storming game for Nico Dawes.
Dude, I was so excited because, you know, I mean, it's always hard when, like, a team's made changes to actually, like, have any sort of concrete idea as to how they're going to perform. I think Vitality are like a very good example of that prior to Spinks moving in. Everyone thought that team was going to be incredible out of the gate, and it wasn't. But, you know, I think Fnatic was one that maybe was undervalued a little bit in terms of the changes that they've done, and I was really looking forward to seeing them play. But I did not expect it to be this level of, like, one-sidedness over here on Ancient. I thought even if they were going to look like Golden, look real good, real clean, real suave, I thought there would be a much bigger fight out of NIP. We're not getting that now, though. Rez dead down in bottom middle, and that is Fnatic running away.